I'm currently 36 weeks pregnant and I have a 13-month-old son. And right now I'm going to compare my first pregnancy symptoms with my second pregnancy symptoms. So in my first trimester of my first pregnancy, I had morning sickness and it was a lot. I remember throwing up. I lost 5 pounds. I even caught the stomach flu, and that was not fun because I was constantly vomiting and not eating. And yeah, it was a lot physically in my first trimester of my first pregnancy. And I felt physically, emotionally, and mentally drained. I went through depression a little. I remember just feeling unmotivated. I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't very physically active. I had a hard time opening up to people, and yeah, so it was a hard transition for me in my first trimester of my first pregnancy. And I had no energy. I remember taking naps as much as I possibly could because I had no energy in my first trimester. In my first trimester of my second pregnancy, I had no morning sickness, and I was so surprised because my morning sickness was bad, the first one. And so to have no morning sickness this time around was very different for me, and so I appreciated it, but I was genuinely shocked. I gained 5 pounds in my first trimester. That's not uncommon, but that stood out to me the most because obviously I'm not throwing up all the time. I got to enjoy my first trimester, and that was great because not having morning sickness with a 6-month-old at the time, amazing. So I didn't have to worry about not feeling well while caring for him, and so I really appreciated that. And my energy seemed to be the same. It's not like I lost energy or I felt more tired. I obviously napped when the baby napped, when my son napped, but that was a big one. And in this first trimester, I fell into depression once again. This was a little different in terms of reasoning. I think my depression started when my husband had to leave for Alaska for work, and then I was by myself, and then I found out I was pregnant. And then once we made the transition to move to Alaska, it was a lot for me because we didn't know anyone. We were in a little town in Port Lions, Alaska, or Port Lions, Kodiak, in Alaska, and there was like a population of maybe 150 people, and it wasn't able to experience as much as I liked to, and I had no connection, so it was really hard to talk with friends and family. I could call friends and family, but it'd have to be when my husband was home because my phone wasn't working there, only my husband's. And so that's a little bit about my first trimester in both pregnancies.
Click on the next video to hear more about my pregnancy symptoms in my second trimester.